Fishermen ran down the docks in the morning. We stood there waiting for ships to come sailing. Felt like a beggar selling flowers back at the hotel. I wasn't feeling so well, so you had to leave in an hour. Oh, could have known the kingdom we'd own. We're running for love, for money. What if I could stay with you, here in this way with you? I know I'll never go hungry. But are you gonna go? And I wanna go, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I need to go clear, I can't leave you here. But I sure do feel like escaping. I don't know what I'm escaping from. No, 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 no. Maybe it's nothing at all.
Okay, who can shout out the name of these guys for me? Yay! How amazing and awesome are they? Yes, yes. I know it's good. I do. I love them, and I have to tell you guys a story that, while they're just taken down, is that despite my excitement over being the MC and hostess and the editor-in-chief of this evening, that I do know all of them. We've celebrated, we've partied together, I've seen them perform many times. This has been a group that has been fostered by almost as much of a long process as Whore Magazine. It's true. Because every project is a coming together of different voices and different experiences and different commitments, right? And they are now, I think that they have realized their most perfect, brilliant concoction. And they are ready to, what? Play the Great American Music Hall? Yeah? Play the Fillmore? Madison Square Garden! Wait. Exactly. No, they're amazing and I love them all and they're incredible and their music continues to inspire me and make me feel really good and I hope they did for you guys too. Do you guys feel good? Because we at Whore Magazine, we're not just tawdry and cheap and silly. We are substantive and deep and profound. We gotta bring something real to all of you, so this is why I love them. They have such genuineness in their souls, but they've got a good sense of humor about it, right? Exactly. That's what we're trying to do when we're building this new culture. But, I don't know, I've been talking a lot. That is a very good question. Did you guys hear that? How much is Whore Magazine? Whore Magazine is so cheap. It's only $12. Yeah. Look at that. You get amazing photography, very in-depth articles, radical information, and the deep revelation of my own sexual history. Whew. For the price of $12. But if you want to get all fancy and you're feeling a little generous, a little like, I don't know, you want to live like the world is ending tomorrow, we got a subscription for only $42. You get 4 issues. Yeah, and you get a whore bath. And if you don't know what that is, you better go buy a subscription and find out. So you guys are all going to do that, right? Yes. Because please, we would love for you to have your own rare copy to put on your coffee table and impress all your friends. For only $12, you can be a radical vanguard of the new wave. Yes, you can. You can. So, thank you very, very, very much. Now, are you guys ready for a little bit more high kicking? But I have to tell you guys something. I know that this is true, that these Le Can Bijou, they kick higher the more that you love them. Don't we all do that? They step higher, they dance harder the more that you clap, the more that you get into it, the more that you're fired up and ready to see some petticoats flying around like a whirling dervish. Are you guys ready for that? Yes! Are you ready for some more? Le Can Bijou! Sitting down. She will be writing an article in the second issue. Yes, yes, yes. Because this is forward thinking. So wait, but I just need a moment. Because wow, lacy underpants. What's going on? La, 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 la. Everybody needs a little can in their life, right? And a little bit of good gut-belling laughter where the petticoats fly and the face smiles and shines. So I hope that, well, I know they gave that to you. Damn, so let me see some smiles. I love it. love from the peanut gallery up here. This love for my business. I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna take it. Thank you. Shanti did. Yes, she did. So, thank you. Sorry, pardon me. I had a little love moment. Okay. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. And I'm now very pleased to announce you guys are gonna get a little hotter, I'm afraid. It's true. Because we had Carol Queen up here earlier. And Carol Queen was that amazing person who carved out this space in a sort of rich, resistant area. And she carved out this space where women could claim their sexuality and be proud of it and be alive in it and furiously defend it and just really get into it and delight in it and have pleasure in it. And we love that, right? And she also has an article in the first issue. So anyway, so Carol Queen started that process. Carol Queen and many women like her, they started that process in which we are now benefiting from. And we are able to create new things, and things are even pushing a little bit further and expanding outwards and making them more real. And I want Whore Magazine to be in every airport in the United States of America. Next to Hustler and Golf Times. Right, so Carol Queen made this possible for us. So, but as a representative of what Carol Queen created and was now brought into a new thing, I have the next performer, who is this incredibly delightful, amazing, powerful woman who has been a porn actress, has a BDSM dominatrix under her belt. She's an amazing writer. This woman is kick-ass. She's got really gray hair. She looks damn fine in a tuxedo. Yes, she does. Please, everybody, give a very warm welcome to Dusty Horn.
Thanks, Ginger. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna liberate the mic from the stand. Hi, guys. Well, being compared to Carol Queen is really nice. Did everyone have a fabulous Pride? I too had a fabulous Pride, but there's no rest for the wicked, so here I am. I'm just gonna get right to it. Oh, I just fucking took my marker out. That was really smart of me to prepare in that way and then blow it up. Really briefly, I'm really happy to be here thanks to Ginger and to the Makeout Room and all of the other performers tonight. I wrote, so My Little Baby is a zine that I write about my experiences as a BDSM professional and a porn star and queer and survivor of a critical theory education, and so another wonderful radical women's magazine, Aorta. If you love horror, you'll love Aorta. Asked me to write a little bit about my zine, and so I'm going to read from that really briefly, and then I'm going to read the latest, little bit from the latest issue of it. Okay, without further ado, this is the beginning of issue 2. Congratulations! As a sex worker, you no longer have to wonder why your job makes you feel like a whore. The mystique of capitalism is now reduced to its simplest incarnation, its intentions laid bare. You, the sex worker, are a commodity, an object that is sellable, purchasable, possessible, marketable by virtue of being desirable, and if you play your cards right, successful as a result of being bought. And you are also the seller of the commodity that is you. The commodity, you, is chosen for purchase, and the seller, you again, succeeds. Marxist critic Walter Benjamin used prostitutes as examples of dialectical images where the commodity and seller are the same and reveal the systems of representation that produce them. He was onto something, but somehow I doubt Benjamin ever strapped on 6-inch stilettos and hog-tied men for money, although of course we can never be sure. After all, at the center of the porn imagination is you. You are worthy of arousal and satisfaction. You deserve to come hard and feel great. The collective porn imagination has its own internal logic, but the individual imagination may always trump that logic. Only that which arouses is logical. Desire is chaos. Recognizing and surrendering to that chaos, embracing it and organizing it in the interest of that chaos is a contradictory endeavor that nevertheless has a functional political model in anarchy. The logic of fantasy, which is no logic, prevails. In the kingdom of the porn imagination, the one-eyed monster is king. So that's that, and now I'm going to read from issue 6, which is appropriately enough for Pride Weekend, my queer manifesto. Or nothing too queer, but queer itself. Part 2, my coming out party. In my social sexual actions, I identify as a slut. And rather than suggest a reinterpretation of that word, I celebrate being a woman who throws it around and gives it away. In my absurdist imagination, I identify as a faggot because I lust strongly for power, virility, phalluses, the purity of cruising, sleaze, and carnal lust, both in myself, in my fantasies, and in my lovers. The intersection of biological sex and gender performance that arouses me is localized in that gay male archetype, because for faggots, gender performance is self-reflexive and outrageous. And as a woman whose lifestyle and taste tends towards the more traditionally masculine, forced feminization is drag. And penetration is hot emasculation. My lust for the masculine in all genders is wholly narcissistic. If I'm going to perform a gender, I want a gender that performs. In execution and in a deeply private way, I am an exhibitionist. And I enjoy accomplishing many things with my sexual experiences at once. My own pleasure, the pleasure of those who engage with me, the pleasure and entertainment of voyeurs, the act of archiving proud sexual images, the stimulation of dialogue, the creation of art, the promotion of comprehensive sexual education, the exercise and holistic wellness, research into human character and nature. I have a public sex life in addition to a private intimacy. I have lovers and I have a public, and I fuck them both. I am fucking you, my readers, my audience. It excites me to entertain you. It entertains me to stimulate you. My favorite thing about exhibitionists is that we're easy to find. With regards to gender, I identify as a female, a woman, a girl. Gender as a binary is a learned system of oppression, and I do not feel the need to invert my gender in order to subvert and unlearn that system, and I've certainly got nothing but love and wet panties for those who do. I see gender as a social convenience and as such an anxiety-charged erotic archetype like power, authority, money, clothes, or violence. In other words, gender is a sex toy of the mind, so I suggest we rewrite our collective oppressive gender socialization as play training and start getting off. Thank you. Really quick before I forget, I just started a new porn site. It's called Queer Porn TV. That's queerporn.tv or queerporntv.com. So you should check it out. Anyway, one last thing about being a sex worker. I'm fond of saying that sex work made a lady out of me, but that's only part of the story. While sex work constructed a fresh body awareness that in turn led me to unprecedented hygiene, style, grooming, and fitness habits, it also gave me the perspective and support to accept facets of my identity and desire that I hadn't acknowledged before. I realized I was doing direct action work that finally made me feel I was living feminism as I had always conceived of it, not as I had inherited it. While I hadn't grappled with sexual shame per se, I hadn't previously had the confidence to really admit that discipline and punishment, bondage, sadism, masochism, and elaborate situational and verbal fantasies turned me on significantly more than sexual situations that don't incorporate those elements, and that my right to assert and identify with those desires would lead me to a richer, more fulfilling sex life with compatible partners. While anyone who has ever had a conversation, worked on a creative project, or shared a stage with me will doubtlessly get a kick out of hearing that it was difficult for me to admit that I'm an exhibitionist. Sometimes these things hide in plain sight. Likewise, my gender presentation and desires have always welcomed a queer label, which I didn't act on in any significant way until my late 20s, but still, I was queer the entire time. Sex work and art and education, in other words, the sharing, expressing, and strengthening of my own sex and the sex of other humans is an integral element of my personal sexuality. doing professional BDSM, learning to play at kink and sex in public, performing in porn, publishing my writing about sexuality, educating people about sexual health and technique, and producing erotic media have made me feel happy and proud, and so I recommend these fields and pastimes to everyone. Thank you, I'm Dusty Whore.
Slightly entertaining and kind of sexy. No, we're like up in your face about how powerful this is. Right? Hey, wait, can I just do that? Yeah. Okay, and that's Dusty Horn. That woman is rocking it and radical and making it all happen. And I told you, she looks great in a tuxedo, right? Yeah? You feel me? So give it up to Dusty Horn, everybody. This woman is making the revolution happen. She inspires me all the time. She is like, wow. She is the reason in many ways that I'm doing well. And I'm doing this magazine. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I had to tell you guys a little bit. You guys ready for a little bit of history? Yeah. So Whore magazine was formed. It was a baby of the sex between The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir and The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf. That's how it happened. Okay, so this idea was formed while I was house sitting in Oakland. And I went bang, 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 and could not sleep, and drank a bunch of tequila, and went, holy shit, this needs to be real. Because Naomi Wolf was asking, like, what are we gonna do with a magazine to make something really real for people? So I was like, I'll do that. I'll do it. Sure. But you know what? No. But I have a lot of ideas. I do. I have ideas all the time. And most of them end up in the attic in my brain, and they haunt me and won't let me go to sleep. Okay, most of my ideas. But this one inspired some other people who have actually made it possible. These people have been incredible, and there are a lot of them in this room. These were photographers and writers who are incredible and talented and committed and really lovely, and they gave their time and their effort to this magazine to make it possible, and they did it for free. Okay, can we just love them for that? Which, my greatest goal in life is to sell a shitload of these magazines so I can start paying them because they're brilliant, and I don't want to exploit them, I really don't. But I'm so grateful for them offering everything that they give into it. Then we also have a copy editor who I've never met, who has offered to copy edit our magazine for a year for free. This is amazing, right? We've also had all of the incredible people, actually all of you, whose inspiration and ideas and commitment to this project has made it possible. Yes, I know, it sounds like I'm giving an Academy Award speech. But I kind of am. Yeah, I always wanted to, and now I get to. But it's for something even better, right? Something that actually you can read on a plane, you can read in bed, you can actually take it with you and actually use it to your own ends. Please use it for your own desire. But the truth is, okay, you guys, it's very serious, so I'm gonna ask for a little bit of quiet time now. Can I have some quiet time? Can I have some quiet time? Because there is one person who I need to honor the most, who is the person who I pitched this idea to in the midst of a party, and he said, absolutely, I love it, let's do it. And without him, this would not have happened. Without him, those issues would not be on this table. Without his expertise, his brilliance, his lovingness, his wildness, his incredible generosity, and his fucking dead hotness, we would not have made this happen. So please, Jonathan, come up here and choose me. So how are we doing back here, guys? Are we almost ready? No, we're not quite already. So we'll just do a little bit more toasting. Wait, is there anybody that I forgot to thank? All of our advertisers. Wait, you guys, Garcon and Smitten Kitten and Pie and all these awesome people giving their money to us so we can actually survive, because you know how difficult it is to do that in this world, right? just amazing. Okay, so everybody, please, one more round of applause. I'm sorry, we're just gonna toast all night. Let's celebrate. Whore magazine is out. Yes. Woo. So give your love to Irene, who's been a very powerful force in this. Look at her. In a corset and bloomers. Look at her. Just say hello, everybody, Irene. Yes, yes, aye. And we also have Brooke wandering around in a very exciting corset and tulle skirts. She's also been an instrumental part in this. It takes all kinds and all sorts and all forms to make a big project happen. You guys know this, right? So, wow, I am so grateful for that. But now what I'm getting ready